We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Jets. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started.
And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9.
Rodgers now to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Handoff right side to Wangu.
And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Vikings.
They'll go right back to the Wangu.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Now Cousins.
That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Jefferson moving in motion left. Now a give running right. Nwangu.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the second quarter.
Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Rodgers now on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try the middle with Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 7. Here's Cook again.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting.
game, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Bottom, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Rager, the man in motion. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Cousins now from the 50.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
To throw, Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Osborne motions left.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Cook has it left side. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hang on to the ball.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
42 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Kene Nwangu.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Cook up the gut. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On play action, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. Now 2nd and 5.
brings up 2nd and 5.
Jefferson moving in motion left. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
And some room to roam now. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 27-yard line.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Jets' 23-yard line.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 18-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
This is the time where holds are... Yeah! Keep the one, boys!
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
C.J. Mosley on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jets 7. Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Vikings.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Taken in left side, it's Wilson.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Rodgers.
Going right back to Wilson.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Rodgers. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Jets 15.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing here, Cousins. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage,
and it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Jets 15. Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Play like a team. Keep it up, keep it up. You're a ball, baby.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Jets have got it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
and that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance,